Thank you, Max. Time for part two of the Manager's Show. First, John Schiffner with Chatham. Now, Kelly Nicholson with Orleans. Kelly, how are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty well, thank you. So last night we saw Jax Grosjean singing the national anthem. He was your DH last night.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, Mark Hallberg, our assistant coach, I guess got wind that Jax could sing. I guess he was singing at a picnic, our team picnic, and told Mark that he could play the guitar and sing. And Mark asked him if he's ever sang the national anthem, and he said he could do it. So Mark asked our GM, Miss Sue, said, "Hey, let's get Jax to sing the anthem." We had one of our bullpen catchers, Chris Dusepoku, sing it earlier in the year, and that was the first time Jax had ever sang the anthem. And man, I got goosebumps. I went home last night and I saw it on Twitter, and my fiance and I listened to it one more time. It was definitely a highlight of the summer. You know, when I look back on the summer of 17, that's one thing that's really going to stand out.
Who was better, Chris or Jax?
Tie for first.
That's the right answer.
You knew I was going to say that, right?
Oh, absolutely. You've been doing this for a while. I know how it works. So you mentioned that that's one of your favorite moments of the summer. Probably been a lot of good ones in this great regular season. What are some of your favorite moments?
Well, I tell everybody every summer my favorite moment of the summer is when our first workout, when we get everybody down the right field line and we run to the fence and back. And you kind of see all the work and kind of come to fruition. Like you've seen guys play on the SEC network and the Pac-12 network, and I maybe have gotten over to see them play when they come to town in LA, or maybe I've gone to see them play wherever, down in San Diego or wherever. And for me, that's a cool thing to watch those 25 guys stretch for the very first time. Hey, obviously we've had some, the All-Star game where we were well represented, and Steven Scott winning the home run derby, and I just enjoy every day being around these guys, man. It's an honor and a privilege to be with these guys this summer.
And when did you know that this team had what it takes to be a division champion?
I guess when we clinched, that was seriously it seems like it always goes down to the last day, and that's the way it should in the Cape. There's so much parity, and it makes it fun, and it kind of gets you ready for the playoffs when you kind of need to win a game to win the division. And I didn't know that we had won the division until I always, after wins, we get our guys, and then I go find Donna, and she goes, "Did you hear?" I'm like, "Hear what?" She says, "YD lost." And I just gave her a big hug, and it was cool to share that moment with her because she puts up with a lot of baseball 12 months a year.
Yesterday I asked you, how do you prevent the team from getting complacent when you're atop the division for so long? Now you're up 1-0 in a best-of-3 series. How do you keep that sense of urgency?
We just prepare. We don't change our process at all. I didn't say nothing needs to be said. I think these guys know what's at stake. They're very competitive. They come from good programs. They've been to regionals. They've been to Omaha, they've been to Supers, so they like to compete, and I think that's a reason that they've done so well this summer. So just stay with our process. All we try to do is prepare and compete every pitch and see where the cards fall at the end of the night.
Last night out of the bullpen, we saw Cody Deason, Jake Wong, and Parker Kelly. How structured is that bullpen rotation?
Pretty structured. It was pretty structured last night. If we got into a save situation last night, it was going to be Josh Hyatt. He's been our closer all summer. Tonight, obviously, Cody's going to be down. Probably Jake will be down. Park can come back if need be, but we'd like to give him a night tonight. But we still have some good arms down there. We didn't have to use Hyatt, which was good, but we have a bunch of dudes down there that we have all the confidence in the world in when we give them the ball.
Talking with Kelly Nicholson, skipper of the Orleans Firebirds, ahead of Orleans against Chatham tonight, East Division Series Game 2. We're talking about that bullpen rotation again, breaking it up a little bit to bring Brooks Wilson on in the start. How'd you make the decision to start him in the playoffs?
Well, we just figured he gave us the best option to win tonight. And obviously, if we do not come out on top tonight, we're going to go with Ryan Rollison tomorrow. If we do come out on top tonight, then we'll have Rolly going game 1 against whomever we play, and maybe with an extra day of rest if Brewster beats YD today. We're not really concerned with what's going on over there because we can't control it. So, Brooks is a Friday night guy at Stetson, and the one game he started, he threw the ball really well. So he's super competitive, man. I call him the Bulldog, and I love to watch him compete, and that's the kind of guy you want on the mound, and when you're trying to wrap up a series is a super competitive, high-energy guy, and that's what you'll see tonight.
Now, you love him, but you did make him cut his hair at the beginning of the season. That's what I heard.
That doesn't mean I don't love him. I just wanted him to represent uh, to represent Orleans a little bit better. And like I told him, this is a 60-day interview for Major League Baseball, and I said it makes a difference. First impression makes a difference, and he was very cooperative. He didn't cut it as much as I liked, but he went and got it cut, so we were good. It was a little compromise.
Now, if you guys win tonight, you advance to the next round and eliminate the Anglers. How does it feel to know that you could be the guy who ends John Schiffner's career?
That would be just fine with me. Why not me? It's got to be, if it's going to be somebody, why not me? Hey, I love Schiff, and I don't even think about that. I don't even think about it, and I really don't think he thinks about it either. It's going to come to an end for him here within the next week, win or lose. And he's had a great career in 25 years doing this, Face of the Cape and making movies about him and the whole deal. I'm honored to be his friend, man. It's nice to call him a friend.
We'll get you out of here on this. Orleans and Chatham, 8 miles away. What's special about this rivalry?
I think it's so close, and it seems like we always have good games, man. I think if you'd go back and look at since I've been up here and look at Orleans versus Chatham head-to-head, and this being summer 13, I think that record's pretty even. I think this year it was dead even. I think whatever it was in the past 12 summers, I think we were 500 against one another, exactly. And I know we have a little bit of an edge this summer in the regular season, but all that goes out the window tonight. Everybody, they need to win or go home, and we would like to win, and hopefully get a day off tomorrow.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. True.
Kelly Nicholson, skipper of the Orleans Firebirds tonight. A chance to lock up an East Division Series win against the Chatham Anglers here at Veterans Field. Now back to more of the Anglers Extra pregame show with Max Hers.